All right, guys, we're going to get into Wren and Webby's Coke Lab Asylum. You guys have been asking for this. What was what did I just see? What is that? Oh, all right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. So I'm doing an introduction of the video I'm about to react to. You could fast forward if you want to. I wouldn't. I'm sitting here. I'm doing an intro. I look, and it looks like Post Malone just went by my house on a skateboard. I got it on ring cam, and I'm going to show it to you. I have to show it to you in slow motion. Because he went by so fast, it shocked me. I didn't know what I was seeing. It was this guy that was tatted from head to toe, just flying by like this on a skateboard in front of my house right when I'm about to do the podcast. So let me pull this ring cam footage up so you can see it right here. I actually went out and talked to the guy, and he's pretty dope. So this is what I saw.
What's up?
Oh my gosh. I went outside. I went out and I found him. I had to drive around the neighborhood a little bit. I found him. I talked to him. He was just cruising around the neighborhood on this electric skateboard, and he explained to me all about it. It's really, really dope. It's really big. I think he said it goes like he could go for 30 miles on one charge on it, but he was booking it, man. And it just, I was not expecting that. So I'm like, I have to find out what this is. Is this real? Did this really happen? And it did. And I talked to the guy, and he's into social media as well. So I had to get his permission to use the cam footage from that. And like I said, he was the coolest dude to talk to. So as a former skateboarder, I can completely relate to that. But anyway, guys, you didn't want to hear that. Well, let's get into this podcast. Let's get into Wren and Webby, not Weeby, not like Steve Weeby, the King of Kong, but Webby, Asylum. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go. Impress me, Wren. I wish my mom was here to see this, because whatever's going to happen, she would definitely break this down. So let's hope that I could do it justice. I think we're already going to get into stereotypes.
Preach your sins on Sunday morning. The sheriff steps outside the law. The teachers don't know much at all, and it's all the same. Empires rise and empires fall. As we wander through the darkness, we'll die upon this hill, and the only pill to swallow is the one that made you ill. In this virtual reality, it's hard to see what's real. There's something left worth saving, I'm holding on to still. The doctor is your local dealer. The banker cuts himself a check. The politician you believe in is never around, just empty promises and death. As we wander through the dark.
Bro, you guys know I do not normally stop videos, and I started taking a little bit of notes because my mind works so fast. Sometimes I get confused and I forget stuff. But bro, I wish my mom was here to see this. She would tear this apart. She would like dissect this like nothing else, like a frog in biology class.
Darkness will die upon this hill, and the only pill to swallow is the one that made you ill. In this virtual reality, it's hard to see what's real. There's something left worth saving that hasn't yet been killed. Where do we go when bound by the chains? When the tide gets low, I'll wait for the waves. Still I learn to let go with hope for change.
Okay, God. Oh, him talking about when the tide's low and waiting for the waves. It's just like, hey, man, when everything's calm in my life, yeah, wait, the next wave's coming. And I had a big wave come this morning, a big one that I'll tell you guys about at the end of this podcast. That isn't quite funny. It's not funny at all. And you never know when that wave's going to come. And I didn't know that this was going to come, and it did. And it's not good news. But watch at the end of the podcast. I'll talk to you about it.
When the world is an asylum, how do you stay safe?
My mom used to say, we're all crazy.
Times change, but it's still the same thing, played out on a constant loop. As the wars wage on the centerfold stage, and the storyline's nothing new. While we draw lines in the sand decided by the chosen few, just for something to believe in, anything will do. And we throw spears over counterfeit fears while the kings and queens all watch. Brothers shed tears, but it falls on deaf ears in a land that God forgot. Still we thread hard through the hangman's rope and lose sight of what was lost. Offer something to believe in, but was it worth the cost?
As we wander through the darkness, we'll die upon this hill, and the only pill to swallow is the one that makes us ill. In this virtual reality, it's hard to see what's real. There's something left worth saving that hasn't yet been killed. Where do we go when bound by the chains? When the tide gets low, I'll wait for the wave. Sit down on to let go with hope for change. When the world is an asylum, how do you stay sane?
My mom would say, you don't, because we're all crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Wren's crazy. Everybody's crazy. You need to watch that podcast of my mom talking about that. Let's go.
Shalom. In the dying of the light, there's a chance to be reborn. Hold on, hold on, hold on. A mother reaches for the needle. A baby's lost before it wakes.
Bro.
Without guidance for the people, it's all the same. Walls are built, walls will break.
Bro. Boy, that last one got me half. SIDS. Wow, I wasn't expecting that, boy. My mom, God, I wish she was here. She'd love this. She'd absolutely Wren, put me in a video. I'll stand there with a sign. I'll stand in the background. I'll try to, I'm a laugher. I'm a guy who's pretty jovial. So, you probably, Dave, you need to just chill on this, but just don't do anything. But put me in a video, dude. I'll just stand there. Come on, for free. I'll pay my own. I'll pay my own way. Just throw me in a video. Smile, whatever you need me to do. This song is obviously, and I took some notes about social commentary about everything that goes on in our society, and not just governments. he was really more talking about the people, and a lot of them were like government employees. You're talking about the fire department, police department, utilities department, but those are still people part of our community. So you can't necessarily separate those from governments. They're just employees of government agencies. And I just did a long form podcast about AI coming into your community. You need to watch that. I'll have links and stuff below on that. Is a long form interview that was done because they were talking about bringing AI infrastructure. And none of you guys know this, but if you watched that interview, I am a former IT director and cybersecurity director for over 28 years in that industry. And I don't ever talk about that on the podcast, but it's relevant as far as this is going. And he's talking about the crisis and the scrutiny that we're all under, and the waves that hit us. And I just had a wave that happened this morning that I thought everything is cool. Well, I mean, I didn't know everything was cool, but I kind of saw the wave coming, and it hit harder than I really thought it was going to hit. But when he talks about pills, he's just the pills he was talking about and prescriptions and basically prescriptions and pharmacies as he was showing it through the videos. But I also think as an analogy, he's not just talking about the pills that we take from pharmacies. He's talking about the pills that we are fed and in the form of knowledge and information, because in that form, and as somebody as creative as him, a pill can be words, the stuff that they throw into your mind, they throw into your brain to make you believe, all the way from the school systems to the police officers to everybody that he's shown in that video, to kids, to just common everyday people trying to live their lives. So when I looked at that and him covering sort of all those genres of different ethnicities and beliefs and all that, and when he talked about the pills, yes, he was talking about the pills that they put in us that change us, and Wren knows a lot about that, having Lyme's disease. But I think metaphorically you can also say that it's all encompasses the pill of verbiage and the knowledge that people want you to believe, and the society that we grow up in, that they structure in school systems, and we're all indoctrinated with everything that they want us to believe or want us to know. So the only way to diverge from that is to start studying on your own, and that's the beauty of social media and podcasts and just getting to know people, is getting their true life perspectives that don't have anything to do with what you see on the news, what you see on the BBC, what you see on American news. And I think we've learned a pretty big lesson, or at least globally has, that United States people, we're not bad people. Our governments have problems, all of them do, but when they come to the United States, they were just very amazed at how kind people were. So you gotta go to the source. You gotta go to the people, not the governments. But on that note, I've never done this before, and you can stop the podcast here if you want. But I had to take. So many of you who've watched this podcast, most everybody has heard the slurping dog off to the side. Often accompanies some of the introductions to my videos or interrupts my videos. And that dog is Hooper, nicknamed Hoopadoop. And Hoop is 10 years old. She's getting pretty old, and you can see it on her. I had to take Hoop to the vet today and found out that Hoop's got diabetes, okay, which is, I wasn't that surprised. But what surprised me about the whole situation is now I have to spend almost $200 a month to keep this beloved dog that was my son's when he was in high school alive. And I have insulin that it's a vet insulin that it's $80 a month, and these it's in the refrigerator, and these 2 2 shots a day, apparently, I have to do. His first shot I'm ever going to give him is going to be tonight. They showed me how to do it. They showed me how to do all of that. So twice a day, I have to give shots, insulin shots to this dog. And it's of no fault of her own or any kind of, eating habits or lack of exercise. It's just something that, happens to certain dogs, and it happened to Hoop. And I didn't realize the expense that this is going to cost me to keep this dog alive. And some of you may empathize with it, and some of you may not even care. But I am going to leave a donation thing, and I'll show you a little bit of Hoop right here. If you'd like to donate to help, because I'm retired and I'm on a fixed income, and I do the podcast, and that brings in a little bit of money, but not to cover almost $200 a month to keep this dog alive. I have to bring it in every week to have its blood drawn, because I can't do it myself. It has to be done by a vet or some professional, because it's risky. The dog could bite you, and they just have the means to be able to do that. And so they can find the correct amount of insulin that the dog is going to require to keep it alive. So when you hear all the slurping and all this stuff in the background from previous podcasts, that was the early signs of diabetes, and we just didn't know it, and they didn't diagnose it, or wasn't diagnosable at the time. So if you would like to, you don't have to, if you would like to help the Hooper Foundation to help pay for his insulin shots, I'll cover the needles. They're not that expensive, and he's got a lot more vet visits for the next at least 2 months, once a week, until they can figure it all out. If you would like to help out or donate a little bit to go to the Save Hooper Fund, that I would really appreciate that, because I can't afford. I just can't afford that, being retired on a fixed income. I wasn't expecting, $200 or more a month to keep the dog alive. So let me just show you real quick, right here, of Hoopadoop. This is Hooper when he was young. This is Hoop now with the ball in front of her. When she was a baby with my baby, she won the most beautiful dog contest at a contest they had, and that's Hooper in her younger years, and that's her now laying down next to the ball, and that's pretty much Hooper's life right now. But with the medication, the insulin shots every day, she should be hopefully bouncing back. And if you guys want to help, you want to donate towards that, any little bit helps. I don't care if I got $10 in all. That's $10 that I don't have to worry about for insulin shots, and I don't know how long she's going to be around. But guys, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Joining the podcast. This is an amazing song, and this goes along with the expectations of the waves that you don't know what's going to hit you. I didn't know that when I woke up this morning, that not only was going to pay a $500 vet bill just for all these tests to find out what was wrong with her, but now I got a $200 bill on top of that a month to keep this animal alive. So this beloved animal, Hoopadoop, alive. And it helps, and you don't have to. You don't have to. It's not something I've ever asked for or have ever done before, but it's if you want to help support the podcast and in turn help support Hooper, all of that money will go to Hooper's vet medicine, the insulin, and the vet visits over the next couple of months every week, $30 a week. Oh. And then I think after that, they won't have to see her as much. It won't be a once a week thing. It'll be once every so often thing. So, hopefully we can get this straightened out by December, and I'll figure out a way to cover the expenses. But right now, this is becoming way more than I expected, and I really could use your support. And actually, Hooper could use your support. And where is Hoopadoop right now? He's lying down on the linoleum, and that's not normally what he does. So first shot at 6 o'clock today, and tomorrow 6 o'clock in the morning, and so on and so forth. So wish me luck. giving this dog shots. Oh, God bless her. All right, guys, thanks for joining the podcast. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. And to the man who went past my window, I want to thank you for making me laugh. It was the funniest thing. I went out, I talked to him. He's going to post some stuff on social media. I got him to subscribe to the podcast so he can go out and he can help promote himself as well as Days Will React. So, you just gotta meet people. You gotta know everybody because the more you learn, the more you find out how little you know. So anyway, guys, love you. Catch you on the next podcast.